Welcome back to the official Friendlyjordies podcast, where the last half of the last half hour actually is just completely null void. We are now in the main game. That was all you before the game chat, your Sunday roast, if you will. Boys, how are you feeling about that? I'd like to get Ali's thoughts first.
I think it went really, really well. And now...
Okay, well, that is a riveting discussion of the pre-game during the actual game. Thank you for being short and concise with that. Miss Love, what do you think?
I think we didn't talk about Tame Impala enough. I think we just need to talk about my...
Bang on that. That is, standard Miss Love, the antics we've all learned to love. Good on you, mate. That's exactly what we want.
Can we talk about Forest Hall for the next hour, please?
I don't see why not, mate. I mean, that's very out of character for you, actually, Miss Love, because usually you don't plug your own band and forget that it exists. So that's really
that's true.
Uncharacteristically organised.
I've been reading a lot of Tony Robbins. Mm-hmm. So he's got me into a phase of just occasionally remembering things.
Oh, okay, yep. I told you, man. I told you that was a good idea.
Hey, there's something
See,
fishy
there you go.
here.
He's turned his life around.
Miss Love, you never actually read Tony Robbins.
I don't?
No. You pretend to read it.
No, sometimes he does. Be nice to the genuine Miss Love.
I know how to read.
Don't lie, Miss Love.
No, he does. I mean... Something's a bit off brand
people
today,
are really confused. How come you change your shoes so quickly?
I don't know. They're pretty old and dilapidated. I think I'd use the shoes I had on the other week. There is a hole in them.
His story checks out, Ali.
Yeah, his story does check out. All right,
true.
fine.
I don't know why you're being so suspicious of genuine Miss Love. So it's really, it's actually damning on you. I don't know why you're being such a bad friend.
All right.
Look at the guy that you've
I've got one more
in the eye and apologize.
I have my doubts. He clearly looks exactly like Miss Love, but I have a few doubts.
All right.
What do you think about white supremacy? Keen or not keen?
Have you seen my haircut?
Fuck, it's Miss Love. I don't know why I doubted you.
I don't know why you would doubt. Look at it.
I'm sorry.
Look at the shininess of his head. There's only one head that's like that on Earth. He's done it.
Done it.
Him and that Braz's porn star. That's it. Those are the only ones that have that much smoothness. It's like they use wax on it.
Oh, damn. All right, Miss Love, you can come back in.
All right.
But how much of the audience was tricked? Let's find out. Do a little bit of a poll.
Thanks, Grant.
Find out.
Incredible.
Thank you very much.
Your new name
Good on you,
apparently
Twitch
is
Goblin
Johnny
/
Sims.
Miss Love number 2. Yeah, all right.
Johnny Sims is Grant's new name.
Miss Love Sins? Yeah, Miss Love Sins. That's what the name needs to be.
Stop paying me out. I'm triggered by that question.
What?
Keeping the party going.
Yeah, I just really want to speed up us getting
The
kicked
man
out.
has
Yeah, I know
returned.
every single. Oh God.
Look, let's just say you don't
So
hate
he didn't
people
feel
that are not-
right when Grant was there, did it? Because there was an actual sentient human being
Yeah, I
there
know.
as opposed to a rug
felt
that has a
weird.
mouth.
Because he was actually answering questions that you asked.
What do you mean? I was here, dude. You guys, someone has tripped, put GHB in your drinks, man. You guys are tripping out. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
It's the Bondi, yeah. You guys are, you're tripping.
All right.
I don't know why we were talking about that. I'm
Enough.
sorry for doubting you, miss.
That's it. Smack on the bum.
Yeah, all right. We've had
Enough
enough.
messing around.
I know.
Thank you for your
Gotta go.
So
questions.
much messing around.
Thank
It's
you
time
for
to
your-
get disciplined.
Yeah, it's time to get disciplined. Oh wait, the stick. I got the stick. All right. So
Jesus, it's
who
not a stick.
Are you asking?
It's a plank of wood. This is so much scarier.
Well, it's gonna hurt when it
Pop
hits your
culture for
butt.
you two and music for Miss Love.
Yeah.
Your pop culture ones are very easy.
Right, so esoteric pop
Okay,
culture.
I don't like that. But okay, so start off with Jordan.
You guys, yeah.
All right, so Jordan, who won Big Brother first?
No, Ben. Can we just get some hard questions up in
He
here?
doesn't get to get smacked.
No, I'm not getting
the
smacked
hell
for that.
did you know that?
We got to start it low and we'll go high at the end.
Oh, there's multiple.
How the hell did you know that?
Because I'm me, dude. This is my PhD in life.
You're right. You're
You
right.
know loser bands that got that 5-second outro in Rove Live. And I know every one of those crap Australian TV shows back to front.
And speaking of crap Australian TV shows, Miss Love, who was the first runner-up on Australian Idol?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
wasn't that
so
Wasn't that
God.
Nosey?
That's it. Spanky's asked for even asking.
Do we need to hit you in the face for this one?
Yeah.
He was the runner-up in the first.
Who did you say, sorry?
Ozzy Osbourne.
No, Nolsey. Shannon.
Oh, you said Knowlesy. I thought you said Ozzy.
No, Nolsey.
All right. Put the plank of wood back, but
Fucking
then
hell.
give it actually hand it over to
Wait,
me
he
because
needs to get a music question.
No,
That's a music question.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
Technically
We're
true.
gonna
All right,
easy.
so I'm gonna get smacked. What's my
Definitely.
question? Is it who is Russell Crowe?
No, it's what sort of building did the family from around the twist live in?
I have no clue. No clue.
And he doesn't get smacked for it, and he should. That is sacrilege.
Unbelievable.
Layup.
You did the Australian citizenship. That was like question 3.
That was not
Take a
question.
guess. Take a guess.
Take a guess.
I don't even know what show this is.
Just take a
I
guess.
have no idea
Look,
how
read it
cool-
again.
All right, just no.
Okay, can you ask the question
Read
again.
it
Sorry.
again and take a guess.
Just what sort of building did the family from around the twist live in?
Just take a guess.
Was it?
You better not say cottage.
Don't.
Was it a jumping castle?
He's close enough. Let's
Stand up.
smack him.
No.
Come on, that's
Round two, round-
dude. Somebody needs to
It
be
was a
punished for
light
this.
Okay, round 2.
All right, no. You have to do some penance for that.
Why do
Ali.
I get to do
Dude,
penance
like,
for
you're
that?
going to have to guess what the theme song to Round the Twist was. Just give us an impromptu of what you think it was, and then we'll go from there.
Give him the first.
Okay,
Can we give him the
hold
first
on,
few
hold on.
lines?
Let me.
No.
No,
No.
let me do it. It starts off with a bit of a techno beat, but hear me out.
Definitely. All right, no, I'll do it. I'll do the techno beat.
I love living in a lighthouse, because lighthouses are all right. And now it's time for episode 1. Hello, losers. Was that how it...
I just had an existential crisis. Why wasn't I a vet? What am I doing here?
And the other question is, having had those phlegm chips, Miss Love, were you that kid Bronson and now you're grown up?
Exposed. All right, exposed. I need
I
work.
knew you were a ginger.
I need work.
Dude, everyone wants my bum smack.
Yeah, it's so offensive.
Why are we waiting? Why isn't your ass being smacked right now?
Because if I
Honestly,
know the
Ali, just like
answer-
in Pakistan, if blasphemy was a crime here, you'd be dead.
Wait. So if you know the answer, you get smacked.
Yeah, so it needs to be really, really basic that even
was
I
really
know.
basic.
Yes.
Dude, like...
All right, moving on. I
Okay,
didn't-
round-
No,
round-
Ali,
All right,
there's no
Jordan,
getting around
this is for you.
Yeah.
How many members of the Planeteers were there on the hit series Captain Planet?
5.
What about the monkey?
Well, the monkey is a member.
No, the monkey doesn't
Oh,
count.
yeah,
Don't
that-
play that
Have a
shit,
ring.
Grant. Don't try the trick question.
I'm trying to
it's
get him
question
smacked,
crack.
all right?
No, it's
But
not
again,
happening.
easy question. I knew the answer to that, so I would have gotten smacked. All right, fine.
Miss
Oh,
Love.
guys.
Double question. Singer of Midnight Oil and the political party he joined first.
Peter Garrett, Labour.
I believe he was a Greens member
No.
first.
No way.
Hold on a minute. Are we getting some
double
action
check
now?
this. Peter Garrett.
Wait a sec. Don't I get smacked if I get it right? What are the rules just changing for me?
No, you get it wrong. If he gets it right, he gets
This game was written by NASA. Okay, so no, I think he joined Labour first. I'm calling out your
Please
bullshit,
let it be
Grant.
Greens.
Well, he was definitely a member of the Labor Party first, patent pending, I guess, on the Greens. But
Yeah, so-
he could have joined the party, the Greens, first.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Ooh, actually, no, you were right. Labour first
Suck. You guys suck.
to the Greens.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very
Please
much.
Give Ali
Grant,
an
now
incredibly
say, where's your
easy
apology?
question.
Okay.
Hey, where's your apology?
I don't apologise to myself. All right, that's one of the Tony Robbins secrets of success. Make apologies for your own behaviour.
Fair.
Move on.
Checkmate, you.
The Donald Trump method. All right, Ali, finish this song lyric. Oh well, I mean, it's. Come on, you should know this. Somebody that I used to.
B?
Damn it. Dude,
you
let me
doing
give
this
you
on
more
purpose?
phrasing. Now you're just somebody that I used to.
I don't know. Have sex with?
You are.
He's doing it on
You are a
purpose.
fob.
I swear
He's
to God,
lying.
dude, I promise.
You
I
are a
promise I
fob.
would not lie. I am genuinely a fob. That's why the audience, you need to come up with really, really easy questions.
Jesus, how Clockwork Orange is this? He's having a little bit of a laugh, yeah?
This droogie's having a little chuckle.
All right, considering that none of us got it, we'll do a round 3 and then move on to the next segment.
All right, one last one. All right. So, what was the plastic collectible found inside chips in the 90s?
Ooh.
Oh, shit, he's scared.
It's live.
Okay, give me a second here. plastic collectible found in chips.
I know it. I'll usurp it off him.
Okay, I'm going to have to say that it's Tarzo's.
Correct.
Bingo.
Oh God!
My ass is
Jeopardy
safe.
now.
We nearly got him.
All right, so you're not getting your
Right.
ass smacked.
I do not
Who'd
get
have
it.
thought
I do not get
that there would
these
be a
rules.
situation in life where wasting your time watching objectively bad television would pay off. Like, that 10 years was not a waste because I have a clean ass. That's incredible.
What are you talking about?
I'm not getting smacked on the ass because I wasted my entire childhood going
True.
like, oh, the Smiths chips have a cartoon now.
I know.
Well, I've got to watch that.
That's true. Well,
All right,
waste
now,
is an interesting.
Miss Love.
Miss Love.
I think you're going to get a smack here.
Oh.
I think you know who this band is.
Okay.
The band TISM.
Yep.
What does it actually stand for?
Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on a sec.
You've got 5 seconds.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
4, 3. I hope this isn't making it harder for you,
This,
Miss Love.
It is.
can't remember.
This is serious, Mum. You're getting a smack.
is that
Yeah,
how
you
it
wouldn't
works?
have gotten that.
These rules are
Up you get.
bullshit.
Someone's got to get smacked.
So if I get it wrong, I get smacked. Ali gets it wrong, he doesn't get smacked.
Yes.
Because
How could we make this any clearer, Miss Love, by explaining the rules?
Come on, you little bitch.
All right. It's time for you to receive your medicine. Receive your
Hard.
medicine and take it home to mama.
oh, that was slight. That was
No, not bad.
Not bad. That hurt a lot less than the hitch an inanimate carbon rod from last time. That
I
really
suppose actually
hurt.
this one takes the surface tension. You could see
Yeah,
it
that one was bad.
reverberate
Yeah,
after.
no, I'm okay with that. And
Ali, please get it right.
but just
Okay.
choose a one that would be simple.
I'm sure, given your political knowledge, you should get this. Someone has asked,
Yeah, Ali.
when was John Howard Prime Minister of Australia?
Oh wait, I know
Ooh,
that.
pop
Okay.
culture as it gets.
So
Always
well,
a new idea.
He stopped being one in 2007.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I would say I should probably get a smack for this, but I should like 2002.
Ooh, what? You thought he came in 2002?
I reckon give him a smack for that.
he can't get one. He got it wrong.
Got it wrong.
I reckon we smack him.
No,
Those aren't the rules.
Wait, when did he get in?
I'm sick of you inventing games, Ali.
These very convoluted, nonsensical rules, and
Oh,
we're
wait,
sticking
so
by them.
What a classic
No, wait,
bureaucrat,
he
just
was-
writing all of these technical jargon rules
No,
and then
this
being
is-
able to worm your way out of it.
That's right.
This is horrible. Okay, it was in the 90s.
Yes, it
was.
It was
Now he wants the smack.
off.
The shame hurts more.
Masochist.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for it.
What?
1997.
Very close.
No smack. We're not changing the rules.
All right. Well, I guess I should get a smack for it anyways.
No, you don't get a smack.
no.
You just live with that.
we're sticking
You're
I feel so bad.
I know.
Okay, what year was
What
it?
do you think this is a church where you can just
96?
revoke
Yes.
your sins?
96?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's a long term.
What is this learning?
Just learning, yeah.
And second question from Miss Love: who's John Howard?
Wait, Miss Love, did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
That's crazy. Okay.
Now, we have actually a technicality on the Peter Garrett question.
Oh, for
Apparently,
Stop bringing up my
his first
past.
attempt at politics was in December 1984 with the Nuclear Disarmament Party.
So what? Another
Okay,
smack?
So he didn't enter politics technically. He didn't
Really?
actually win a seat.
Okay.
So
All I'm going to say is, did you find that out yourself or did someone write that?
your frizzy-haired friend did.
Okay. Does his name start with
Old
K?
Yes.
Do you know who we're talking
No.
about?
A certain
He
you.
works for you.
Oh, right. Of course, yes.
Well, thanks a lot.
Old-fashioned
And of
carrot top
course
the
he would come
comedian
up with that
if he was a
technicality.
19th century pup.
Thank you, Panicio.
Yeah, good on you.
No, I'll take that.
All right, well,
I'm
okay.
sick of that puppet being granted life by some Italian man.
Panicio.
Are we moving on to the next one then?
What?
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
Sick.
Damn, I love
I'm looking forward to this one.
this. Will be great because I'm really good at theatre.
Go on.
And Ali's awesome at accents. The winning combo.
Yay!
Oh yeah,
Forward to this,
Do
guys.
you like theatre sports?
sure.
If you've just tuned into us, Twitch, we've got a new game that no one knows about. So allow me to introduce it to you, both old and new audience members alike. This is a game.
Give me that stick.
That is
first.
not based off of Thank God
the
You're Here.
stick.
Pop quiz, Ali. What is Thank God You're Here?
I tried.
Yeah, no, fair.
Yeah.
It is.
Now I want it.
It is. Why does the quiz keep continuing?
All right, you're right. I'm sorry that I tried to smack your ass, Ali. That was very unprofessional of me.
Yeah, maybe
Like
we
that
can
was
change the
ever
rules
going to
next
happen,
time.
though. Yeah, those rules were.
Yeah, those rules were.
Those rules. I'm telling you, NASA. It was like that was like the HSC. Those rules. Like, explain this game. I get the gist of it, but explain it for our lovely
Scenario: you're in the principal's office. The principal's very upset with you. How do you respond? We want to know what
Yeah.
it was like.
I'll be the
under
principal.
pump.
I'll be the principal. We're just assuming Miss Love's going to start. I'll be the principal.
So am I the kid that's in trouble?
Yeah.
You're
So-
the kid that's in trouble. What am I? The guidance counselor.
Yeah, you can be the principal.
I
if
mean,
you want.
every guidance counselor ever has this jumper. What
That's
else?
true.
I was born to play the role.
You are a guidance. You basically are a guidance
Yeah.
counselor.
Really into 80s self-help. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
you are a guidance
This
counselor.
mustard couch.
You're in your element right now.
Yeah.
Well, you can be the vice principal if you want. The point is the spotlight's on this guy.
All right.
Do you have a vice principal here? You've got to have a vice principal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay, so
Mr. Spink.
Shout out, ex-cop.
Mr. Belabragic, we have been advised by your teacher.
I have to look a little bit. I have to get in like my body. I have to be a bit more.
Can you stop speaking when the principal's talking?
I'm sorry, sir.
It's come to our knowledge that you are the chief gamer of the penis game. Correct me if I'm
Sir,
wrong.
I'm just glad that you mentioned penis again in school. I really like when you mention penis a lot on this school program.
You want to get suspended?
No, I don't. Exactly, I don't want to get suspended out of this school. But let's go with it anyway.
And why do you keep saying penis? You know,
I'm just repeating what you're saying, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm just repeating what you're saying, Mr. Packy,
This
or
is-
whatever your name is, Mr.
Excuse me? Are you being racist? Your principal?
No, I didn't say anything, sir.
You know I can suspend you, or even worse, I can kick you out of the school.
What did I do, sir? What did I do?
Well, you first of all, you keep saying penis when you know you're in year 5.
Believe me, sir, I do not want to keep saying penis. It's you who's saying it, sir. It's you, not me. It's you. Anyway, go on, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
This is the kind of stuff that makes me go home and cry. You are being extremely disrespectful. I got this job so I can feel a bit superior about myself.
You go.
I was bullied all through my life. I wanted to be a principal, and now I'm being bullied by a year 5 kid.
You go home and you cry.
Yes, of course. It's not
as a
wrong.
guidance
A man
counsellor-
can cry.
As a guidance counselor, I have to say this. You have to admit that's pretty funny, Rick.
My mum said that you smoke funny cigarettes, sir.
Yeah, there was a time of my life where I did, and that was just at recess. But before that, everybody has their demons to slay in life. Yours clearly is your obsession with phallic objects and or appendages.
Yeah,
That's clearly what you're into. That's what you like a lot. That's what we've gathered from this conversation. And I think that we've all learned something about ourselves. So why don't we just write down what we have, and that'll be that.
No, I think we need to kick him out of school.
I was just.
Okay, there's also that option. How do you feel about that, Miss Love?
Have you? Do you guys want to? Do you know what the Pen 5 Club is?
No, please elaborate on that, because I'm always up for new games. I like to keep up to abreast.
It's the worst game.
No, it's great. What are you talking about? This is the greatest 5 minutes of this podcast.
Okay.
You ruined it, Miss Love.
Did I?
See?
It was me, was it?
No, now we're out of it.
Funny until you claimed that it was not
I
funny.
think I saved it, but we have fun.
Buzzers. I need a buzzer to end the scene.
Yeah.
Where's that
Oh, just
stick?
scream.
Where's the?
Go beep.
Where's the?
Dude, let's just change this entire pod into a theatre sports.
Theatre sports.
That's never not lame.
No.
Let's do it.
All right,
I
let's
think it
come
should
up with
just
a
be
scenario
theatre
for
sport.
you now, Jordan.
Me too.
I don't know. He's motioning something. I think he's saying he's going crazy.
He's saying it's dead air.
Get it, Jesus. That has never.
dead air. Well, this is
Try.
Guys, you got to be careful by the end of the show.
which pod
No,
we've ever
we're gonna
done.
try and bring it back.
So rough. Go on, yeah. Three
That's what I
people.
love about podcasts. It's just like Cloud Street in year 12. There's no wrong answers.
Okay, we're gonna do it again, irrespective of the.
No,
Hey, let's do it again.
Let's
Let's flog that horse. No, it's not dead. We're doing it again. Who's who?
Jordan, you need to get out of the trouble. I'll give you the scenario. You can be whatever you want. Okay.
I can be
Jordan, you were
whatever I
caught.
want.
All right, you ready? You ready?
right.
Ready to get
Can I be the parent?
kicked off Twitch?
Can I be the-
I'm going to be Yilmaz.
And I'm
Let's
gonna-
go.
No. Okay. Cool.
I'm going to give you guys a 2-minute timer too.
Okay, fine.
This is sad. Why do we have a channel?
Can you just put to the microphone where we really need to end it?
Okay, you're Yilmaz.
They're going to cut our footage.
And you were in your gym locker, and one of the other kids, Tobias.
What was that?
So
What name?
Whatever the. I know
Tobias?
his real name. I can't.
So you never watched the Chronicles of Yilmaz?
What the hell is
But I know the actual
Tobias?
guy, and I want to
The
take his
Egyptian?
name.
Torbs.
Okay.
Tobes.
Jesus, Ali.
Whatever. Who cares? He's
Uncle
not-
Toby's. All right, let's keep going. I love this
Tobes
segment.
noticed Yilmaz masturbating.
Oh, for God's sake. All right. That's
I
what we
love that
In the
subject.
library.
Our editor is going to quit. He's going to
reading-
quit. I'm predicting it. Go on.
While reading a book on animal biology.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
Yep.
So you are the principal again, and Yilmaz, you need to get out of this cookie.
I'm the principal.
Okay, it was really
again.
obvious that you didn't
Well,
watch
you
Thank
are
God
the
You're Here, because
principal
that was a G-rated
Right,
show,
your
but let's
2 minutes
continue.
start
Am I the principal?
now.
Listen, you fat Turkish prick. I'm gonna cut to the chase. Shut the hell up.
Okay,
Shut up.
right, I'm silent, sir.
I'm cutting to the chase. Me.
Sir, what if I
Shut
do
up.
this? I'm asking a question, sir.
I'm not going to
Isn't that
talk.
what
I'm not going to
school's all
talk
about
until
today?
you shut up.
Fuck. Sorry, I shouldn't
Anyway,
swear. I shouldn't swear.
Now you listen to me.
Yeah.
It is an inappropriate act to run into the female bathroom with your strange Asian drum, belting out tunes and yelling at the top of your voice, I'm number one, I'm the best.
I was expressing myself. That's what I do. You were always telling the kids that they should be confident and learn who they are.
Don't-
And I like running into toilets.
Don't take the performing arts. That's right. Thank you,
It's a
Vice Principal, Vice Principal Mustafa. Now, listen. I understand. I think you're taking the performing arts title a little bit too literally. Now, you got two choices. Now, this is
is a
shut up.
performance.
This is
Okay.
a little bit unorthodox. I understand. Either you write. I want a page long report apologising for what you did, or we take it back to Ashfield Boys 1979 and I paddle your ass more, raw.
Option 2, I'm going in raw, boy.
You know what, Yilmaz? I've had a sudden change of hope. Looking at your gigantic brown buttocks has given me a different perspective all of a sudden. Where's that drum? Let's belt out a tune together. Go on.
All right, took her for a drink on Tuesday.
No, I'll sing. Just do the drums. How do we sleep while the beds are burning?
Sir, you've got a good voice.
Why do you sleep while the beds
Yeah,
are
break it down.
burning?
All right,
All
and
right, that's
see.
it.
I gave you the perfect invite to slap my ass, and you took it away.
A story arc, dude. Drama.
No, Jesus.
Come on.
Holy hell, he did 1 year of it and he's acing me. How's it possible?
That was pretty
And
good.
obviously, from the drum beats, kicking your ass in music.
Yeah, that's right. How ironic.
I love how you told him immediately to stop singing. Leave it to the professional.
Shut up!
I thought that was all right.
I like how his trademark call was shut up.
Yeah.
We're
Very
gonna,
authentic.
Yeah, I thought that worked.
we're gonna move on.
Thank
to
God.
An audience recommended segment,
What?
and I.
Shout out to our Patreon, by the way, because we don't thank them enough because these are all from the Patreon.
Yeah. Also, thank you.
So
Patreon.
Twitch, love ya. But if you love us really, then, well, in fact, you all hate us because you're on Twitch, right? Join Patreon. You really don't like
That's
us.
what keeps the belly full.
You don't really love us. Why don't you love us? You should. I love you.
All right, enough.
No, he's asking you a question. And you're not answering. Rude.
Very rude.
All right. Well,
Ali, come on. Don't entertain them anymore.
No, go on.
We've got
What
to
is
go
the
on with
segment?
the next.
the segment is give more money on Patreon. So, it is So, okay, I would love talking about this. So one of the audience members, or like one of the Patreon members recommended this one. Your take on West Papuan separatists. First of all, before we get into it, Mislav.
Now, this is
What
what's great
is
about
your
this
opinion
podcast.
on the-
theatre sports and genocides? Where else can you get that?
You
Not
want
on
my
Whose
opinion?
Line Is It Anyway? That's
What do you
for
think
sure.
about West Papuan separatists?
Do you want my real opinion?
Yeah.
I distinctly remember writing that segment down in my trusty notebook and being like, I hope they don't ask me about that. Fact.
And now that the spotlight is on you,
I mean, you
Yeah, what
really,
do you-
go ahead.
you really
We-
stitched me up. Okay, what do I think about West Papuan separatists? Is the issue that
First off, the big question here is, do you know what that's referring to? Do you know where West Papua is?
Yeah, it's the dinosaur-looking country. I know that.
Damn. He knows more than you.
Yeah, fuck. I
But-
didn't even know when John Howard first came into power.
Yeah, it's the dinosaur country.
And I'm pretty sure there was those little midget monkeys that lived there.
Well, I was going to say, because it is shaped like a
They-
dinosaur, I
those are
assume.
people. Okay, just calm down.
Were they?
Those
They
are
were like
native.
hominids, right?
Listen,
Just tick off everything to get us.
Are we really, like, I don't want to live in 2020 anymore. If you can't sit there and say that a species of human isn't human and people go like, that shit, cancel him. We can't
I think the lights just went off. I think we're off.
yeah, we're not live anymore.
God, I'm not looking.
well,
forward to
okay,
this.
look, it's really the West.
Yeah,
well, you want to keep going?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you asked the question. I'm just gonna.
Damn,
throw
I
it out.
thought the theatre sports segment ended.
Yeah.
It's still going.
No.
West Papua.
T-Rex.
and trees.
This is all me.
You know what it
baby. This is
reminds
all
me of? This is a little side before we begin. In year 11 geography, I remember explicitly Mislav coming up to me and saying, "Oi, you're good with geography and shit. What do you think about this?" And I remember reading the essay that he was about to submit, and it said, "In the Amazon, there is a lot of animals." This is year 11. In the Amazon, there is a lot of animals, such as the chimpanzee. And then ETC.
That's a perfectly cromulent sentence. What's funny? What's
The
funny
only
here?
thing that could have made it funnier was if you said AT and then stop.
What is funny? That's a fact. Absolute, real facts. They're trying to obfuscate. They're trying to smear the facts.
Do you now know what the problem with that statement is?
No.
There are
What?
chimpanzees in the
cetera.
Amazon.
Well, that's not a full sentence. I can grant you that.
No, Mislav.
He's jealous. He's jealous because I got
Should
a
we
better.
tell him or
Just
no?
need to replace the two
No, we're not
Mislavs.
gonna
This
tell
guy's faulty.
He's
He
jealous.
needs to be replaced. He's a light bulb at this stage.
He's jealous.
It's like saying that there are kangaroos in the Sahara, etc.
The Sahara.
I don't see a problem with that.
Oh, what are you talking? No, there are no kangaroos in the Sahara.
Exactly.
Yes.
But
Here we
there
go,
are chimps
finally.
in the Amazon.
There are no chimps in the Amazon.
I
Now
bet there's
he's being
some chimps.
naive.
Yeah, exactly. There's some chimps in the Amazon. Grant, I reckon there's some chimps in the Amazon.
I stand
Maybe
with
if you went there.
Absolutely told, Mislav.
All right, well,
Why
can we-
wasn't I a vet?
This
What
is
am
what
I
you
doing here? Help me.
I'm telling you about West Papuan separatists.
Chimps in the I can't believe you're still sticking to your
I'm sticking my gums. I'm calling
Like
bullshit on
12
you.
years later.
I'm calling bullshit on you.
Okay, well, your rejection has been noted and put in a queue.
Good. Fine.
And he's holding on the line.
Bloody oath I am.
I'm just going to let you guys know that Google specifically says, answer and explanation, no. There are no chimpanzees in the Amazon rainforest. Chimpanzees are native to Central Africa. The Amazon rainforest is in South America.
Beep, beep, beep.
All right, well, I've got a perfect retort for all of you involved.
Dude, can you just say alternative facts?
Hey, I had to Google it. Leave me
Nerd.
alone. Leave me out of it.
Nerd.
And, dude, he is in any other environment on Earth other than a Twitch studio, no one would be laughing at Mislav.
Yeah. What, people would be concerned.
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed.
Nerds. He's
I'm
only making more
I'm not
fans.
embarrassed at all. I mean, like, they're all fucking monkeys. And if you know heaps...
Not monkeys!
What the fuck? What's
They're apes! Didn't you watch Planet of the Apes?
No,
Jesus, now I'm doing his monologue.
That's not a
I'm as
science.
passionate about it as he is.
Planet of the Apes is not a scientific documentary.
Gee, Miss Love, yeah.
Let me ask
okay,
you this.
that's
Let me ask you
true.
this.
But-
How far?
But you are not reading.
Let me
You
ask
are
you
not
this.
watching.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you
okay,
this:
go on.
is an ape? Is an ape and a monkey more related, or an ape and a caterpillar?
And what does that prove?
Just answer the question.
Can't deny
Answer
that,
the
can you?
question. Answer the question.
You are a caterpillar.
Answer the
Stumped.
question.
Look, I'm
Stop-
going to guess with genetics.
Stop
but like when-
tiptoeing around the fucking question.
Yeah, they're more related. Got me there.
Yeah, gotcha.
A mammal is more related to another mammal than a bug.
Exactly.
Really, like yeah,
Exactly, so don't
really
throw
proper
around-
scientific times today.
Yeah, but they are more.
But
They,
basic.
no, but they,
Watching Planet of the Apes, you would have learnt more than listening to Miss Love.
Yeah.
no.
Are you related?
Look, I'm going to put it out there. I don't enjoy, esoteric, like jargony rubbish. Like apes and monkeys aren't as farly unrelated as you think.
Man,
even if
says the
you've
man
seen.
that spends his life on Fuzz Pedal Facebook page, not just pedals, specific pedals.
Yeah.
You're talking about how you hate esoteric bullshit when you're talking about that, like,
Yeah.
chimps are not on a certain continent.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that being like, actually, that's your guitar, not a guitar pedals. Yeah, but they both have electronics. Yeah, but they're not, they might have electronics, but they're not in the same, that's a completely different tool. It's like,
Really
not
saying
really.
that?
They're
You would get
essentially the
offended by
same.
that.
No, they're
You would get
essentially.
really angry.
No, they're in the ballpark. They're sort of, they're sort of like a, it's like they're animals.
God, this is
whatever.
the same segment,
You know what
and
I
he's
mean?
trying to get out of trouble. That's what's happening over here.
No, I don't buy it. It's like whatever.
Can you not?
I don't buy it. I'm not impressed by the knowledge.
Yeah, okay, so, all right. So what did we learn today?
Look, fair enough, Miss Love, but it is very amusing to know that this podcast to you is just a surprise quiz for the rest of your life.
Well,
That's
yeah, but a
the-
surprise quiz of
But now you can drink.
uninteresting,
You're not interested in
vague
apes?
facts. No, not really. I just don't think you should be that proud of that knowledge. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's-
I'm sorry. I don't think you should be that proud of
Fair
that.
enough, I'm with you on that.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
I
it's-
don't
no,
think
no,
you
no,
should
no.
be proud.
No, Miss Love, it's not that I should be proud of that knowledge. It's that you should be ashamed that you don't have that knowledge.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
Come on!
I think you should be like, dude, less proud. That's all. I think I should probably know, but ashamed's a bit much. You know what I mean?
How come apes
Okay,
don't
this is
interest
really
you?
splitting hairs. The segment.
I suppose it is. I'm sticking to it.
Don't you ever look at an ape and go like, I can see myself in it? Like, how does that not interest you?
Yeah, I see an ape.
Particularly you,
I see an ape and a chimpanzee, and I see just like a genetically related species.
Yeah, because they're the same thing.
Sorry,
We're talking about monkeys.
they've started a poll saying, is Google wrong about this?
Thank you.
And 72% are saying, yes, Google is
Yes.
wrong.
The tables have turned. Imagine if we can actually change. Imagine if like there's like an in-depth scientific sort of like sort of like jump back into the topic and like, oh my God, he's right. They're pretty much the same thing. It's just what artists and nerds focus on heaps.
Yeah, you're right. I bet you there is just a Brazilian tiger king that for some reason listens to this pod, sending a picture right now of his pet chimp with the words checkmate.
Can we agree on this?
No, I'm getting triggered. This is more triggering than any of your anti-Islam bullshit.
Why are you triggered by it?
Because, like,
Anti-Islam.
how? Okay, first of all,
Takia, again, he loves Islam.
no, you said. I remember one time
joking.
his love came up and was like, look, Ali, I want to tell you something. I'm not against Muslims. I'm just against Islam. And that was supposed to make me feel better somehow. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You're all right.
Yeah, well, it's not the most up-to-date religion, is it?
Yeah,
The most prehistoric,
I bet you there's just a sheet of paper in
Unprehistoric.
Miss Love's mind that just says potato. That's how
Can we all agree on this? We should rename chimps to
Monkeys.
Autism Light.
Whoa.
Why? What did the chimps deserve
Hey,
that for?
Because it's such a
well,
niche.
actually, no. If you see them just trying to punching
Dude,
numbers.
no, we're not going down that rabbit hole.
not
This is a
saying
bit
that.
extreme.
No, well, I'm going for it.
I'm just
So
saying.
no, dude, I'm on that train. Let's do it.
I am not on this train.
Wait, you're anti the you're anti
I don't
generalized.
like-
Now who's
comparison.
spoiling segments?
Wait, so you're anti just like willy-nilly referring to apes and chimps in the same sphere? That triggers you.
No, that doesn't trigger me. It's the other thing.
What? What?
Well,
Let's get away from that
I'm
spectrum.
not gonna go
and
down that path.
Go back to podcast, all right?
Yeah.
This is just Studio 10. We get a few lights in here and it becomes Studio 10. It's just like, what do you think, Yumi? I think they're the same. Well, I think that's racist.
Who's Joe Hiddlebrand out of...
I think you are, Grant.
know.
I think you look like
I don't know.
The least amount of airtime.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyways, we're gonna move on to West Papua.
We're not going to keep... fair enough.
No, we're not.
All right. You're Ida Buttrose. You're Yumi Steins.
Me?
I'm that Greek chick that I'm pretty sure is just there because she's got like really straight black hair and everyone's constantly wondering, is it a wig or not?
No.
That's
That's
what
me, you're Yumi. Because she'd be the one like, oh, they're the same, aren't they? And Yumi would be like, no, they're not.
Yeah, you're right. I'm Yumi.
You're Yumi. You're Yumi.
Holy crap.
But that's okay.
Is it? Yeah,
She
this
exists.
is a new. Yeah, that's true. I guess that's better
Actually-
than not existing.
Miss Love is the elderly crew that they bus in for the audience.
Yes, that is actually
Common sense.
Yeah. I've seen a monkey before and it looks like a small chimp. Checkmate.
You got my number.
All right, so what are we talking about? West Papua.
Yeah,
Let's
shoot.
do it.
Speaking, I'm not gonna go there.
Jeez.
Islam,
Didn't go there. Don't put words into my mouth.
Islam rocks.
It does.
You know what actually is weird? I did go there.
Yeah, I know you did.
It was a
Where?
little Homo habilis. They lived there, I'm pretty sure.
You went to Papua New Guinea?
Papua New Guinea?
Is that what you're saying?
Did you actually go?
No, dude. I don't want to be experience the real life Indiana Jones ride.
I can't. Look,
It's really dangerous.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Dude, it's not literally like a cooking pot where they're putting
Dude,
tourists
this is
inside.
like
That's
not a
what's
good
happening.
gauge. Like the guy that lived in Taliban territory saying it's safe.
Yeah, exactly,
Like,
right? When you've been through that shit, you know that you know what's safe and what's not.
Street smart.
But listen, West Papua.
Transfer to jungle smart.
The best thing about the segment request was about how we should what Australia's role should be. First of all, I think you should understand why Australia is interested in anything that happens in West Papua or Papua New Guinea. So, firstly, Netherlands had occupied West Papua way back in the day.
The short answer is gold.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can trust
Maybe
anything
way
he
back
says
in the-
now.
Why? Because
Because I didn't know he
he
was...
used Google as a source.
No, because I didn't know... don't worry.
Are you mad about something?
No, I'm
This
just
is
like...
live,
I'm
so-
trying to figure out your Islamic agenda.
Takia.
Yeah, I know. But go on.
Listen,
But that should be the Islamic agenda. He should be the one being like, monkeys and apes are the same. They are free and they are
exactly.
subservient to men.
yeah. No, and
I wonder if... Yeah, they might...
why are we still on monkeys and apes? We're getting off of this, okay?
Go on.
So the thing about when West
No, I'm
Papua was
flinging
getting
shit at him like a monkey. Anyway.
yeah, you are. We discussed that. Anyway, so West Papua wanted independence,
Yeah.
and initially Australia and all the Western powers were extremely on board with this idea because they hated Indonesia. Indonesia was claiming sovereignty over West Papua, and Australian government, because Indonesia at the time was controlled by a guy that was supposed to be lenient towards the Soviet Union, we started saying how West Papuan sovereignty is extremely important, self-determination is the key to their rights, blah, blah, blah. And that's where like all of our understanding of like how miserable West Papuans have been under Indonesia. But something happened under the Kennedy administration, right? So there was this huge massacre.
Seeing the flag when he looks at... Go on. Yeah, go on.
He's sussing you out.
True. No,
That's
go on.
amazing that it's just suddenly clicked in his head that, hold on a second.
He's
he
an
might be
undercover.
Muslim. Yeah.
He's an undercover.
No, but... Yeah. He does pray.
sussing
No, I'm
you
joking,
out.
I'm joking. Go on.
Well, so either way, so they initially during the Kennedy administration, there was this massive massacre where Indonesia just killed hundreds of thousands of communists. Well, they said that they were communists, but they could just be like trade unionists or anyone that was ethnically Javan, whatever it may be. Anyway, so they killed all
Chinese merchants.
Chinese as well, if you were ethnically Chinese. Anyone that could have been sympathetic to the communists. And as soon as that happened, when Indonesia was purged of these commies, the Kennedy administration was like, actually, West Papuans, maybe Indonesia can take them over. Because all of a sudden they had no threat. So, and then Australia jumped ships. We went from saying that self-determination is really important to saying, no, we recognize Indonesian sovereignty over West Papua. And now we're stuck in this situation where we've told Australians for ages how important self-determination is, and now we have to convince them, actually, now things have changed, you don't concentrate on that too much.
But do we really need to?
Well, so
Most Australians wouldn't be able to. They'd hear the word West Papua and they'd just be like, Bali? No. Oh, you've lost me. Yeah,
well, the biggest Australian concern is naval security. Because what they're afraid of is if Indonesia or any other big power that is under control of like the Western powers in Australia is not exercising control over these islands, it could be like a Somalia-like situation where pirates can take over, and all of our maritime trade that is going to like Japan, China, wherever, could be stopped over on ransom. So that's our biggest concern. That's why we're so interested in these islands in the first place.
Well,
strategic.
Dudes in the Navy that have that real throbbing vein right here are concerned about that. But I really don't think that that is the reason that the average Australian punter that is in the bureaucracy of Australia is concerned with West Papua getting freed.
But the government is
I think it's that they're just going to have to renegotiate the gold mine contracts.
Well, they're not. Australia doesn't have any negotiating to do. It's basically just Indonesia exercising its authority and killing people that are opposing its rule. At this point, Australia is just a bystander. And technically speaking, Australia is okay with that. That's why we like supported the East Timor. Well, we didn't support it, but we looked beyond the Indonesian massacre of East Timor. Indonesia is because it's like it's the islands of Indonesia, so they're vulnerable to separatist movements. And Indonesia always takes a heavy-handed approach towards it.
What happened if they got independence from Indonesia's perspective? They're just worried about the domino effect, right?
Well, they're worried about the domino effect. They're also worried about having...
Who in Indonesia thinks they're Indonesian? Isn't it just like dudes in Java?
No, there's like Indonesia's a big place, and there is.
But I don't think they think they're Indonesian. I think they think they're like Balinese and the other islands.
No, there is Indonesian national identity.
Really? Is it
but
strong?
not where West Papua is, because they're ethnically different.
Yeah,
that's actually one of the reasons why
all?
There is a big enough ethnic community to be classified as Indonesians now.
Right.
Technically they're the same as Malays. The ones in Malaysia, like as in ethnically speaking.
Checks out.
But anyways, so Indonesia's concern is that if, with this separatist movement, first of all, we lose territory. Secondly, we have a country around us that could potentially be really hostile towards us. And then also we don't get to in East Timor's cases or in West Papua's cases, we don't get to exploit the resources, whether it be gold or oil or gas.
Thank you. Yes, dude. I don't know why you're not paying this theory.
But that's not what we are particularly concerned about, because we know that even if Indonesia...
No, but doesn't BHP hold a lot of those contracts?
Yeah, they do. Because that was after Suharto. So that was, again, one of the initial reasons for hating Suharto's predecessor, who was, I think, Sukarno. Something, I can't remember his name, but it's very similar to Suharto.
That was just a bit of a mislove switch, wasn't it? Basically the same guy.
What do you mean?
Suharto and Sukarno, don't try and trick me there. You're the same person.
Well, but they couldn't be...
Are they both human beings?
He's taking it one step further.
They're different.
Yes.
One's got a red coat on.
Actually, a commie red coat. But Australia's main concern isn't having the contracts, because even if Indonesia has control over it, it's still Western companies that get to exploit it. So that's why Australia's
in West Papua.
Anywhere.
I don't know. If there was a change in government, they'd probably renegotiate the contract.
Eventually, if China becomes so powerful that Indonesia switches its allies, then yes. But at this point, they're okay with Australia and
what do you
US.
predict will happen?
No, I think West Papuans will continue to die, and they won't be able to gain independence.
Do you know what happens in terms of governance of West Papua? is the mayor a West Papuan, or is he some dude from Java that's an administrator?
Well, it's kind of like, so, this is how West Papua became part of Indonesia in the first place. The UN said that there was going to be, after Kennedy's lobbying, they eventually said that there's going to be a plebiscite where people in West Papua will get to decide if they want to be part of Indonesia or if they want to have an independent territory. Apparently, Indonesian military, this vote was supposed to be between like 170, 180,000 people, and it ended up just choosing like about 1,000 people that are able to vote, and that too not in writing. They'll just raise their hand if they say yes, with guns pointing at them. So I'm saying that there is some sort of provincial autonomy.
I bet
in
you
West
if Clive
Papua.
Palmer was here, he'd just be like, yeah, pretty much the same as Australia. It's all rigged. But yeah.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is, like, even though they have some level of provincial autonomy, it's mainly under Indonesian control.
So they do have autonomy.
Well,
I
yeah.
didn't think that was the case.
Well, they have bare minimum autonomy, as in they don't get to decide anything except for the fact that they have an office where you can go and say, my pipe isn't working, but then they have to contact the central government and ask for like funds and shit to get that pipe fixed. So very basic level of provincial autonomy. And then, so that's why they're fighting. They're also ethnic. That's why they keep fighting the Indonesian government.
But essentially what's going on there is an occupation, and has been since.
Well, you could argue that with anything, right? Like, people argue that Australia is an occupation. So we'll have to like define what occupation means.
Now, let's just get our definitions clear here, gentlemen. Are we talking about zoning or redistricting?
you could argue that it's an occupation.
Huh?
You could argue
Do they
that
have
it's
an
an
independent
occupation.
government? Like, do they have?
No, they have an Indonesian government, but because they are situated in West Papua, it would have ethnic people from there. But there's also a huge bunch of people that don't recognize that government and fight against the Indonesian government. Those are the separatists.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the get-go, in fact, they've been like sort of built up over the years.
There must be a lot of popular resentment against the Indonesian government in West Papua.
100%.
I don't know enough about it, but
there's about 100,000 people that have died in this separatist battle.
I thought it was like 500,000.
Brutal.
Well, your numbers could vary, but I think according to like my research, it's about 100,000. But that's considering that this is a small place.
Yeah.
It's not like a China where there's a billion people. This is a very small community, and from them, 100,000 people, that's a big number. So this is clearly an issue that a lot of West Papuans feel very strongly about. Like, strongly enough to like give their lives for it.
Yeah.
So
What
yeah,
do you think should happen then?
I think that
Go on.
look, it's not even that something should happen. There's no way Indonesia is gonna let go of the territory. So whatever, there needs to be obviously some sort of a settlement between them, and it sucks that we've sort of like the Western powers before the massacre and killing of all the communists, we built up all of this energy in West Papua saying, you should like fight for independence, you should fight for independence. And as soon as like our guy got into power in Indonesia, we were like, actually, we're going to kind of ignore you from now onwards.
Ali, I've got a question, and I think that you're going to find it too red hot, and as usual, I won't think it is at all. But can you just explain to me, why is the Indonesian government so psycho?
Well, one of the most psycho things was something that like the Western powers consider as, the massacre is considered to be like a really good thing in the Western world, because from their perspective, it killed like 1 million people, but it changed Indonesia from being leaning towards Soviet Union and becoming communist to being completely allied with the Western powers. But the way this change was achieved was...
Is Kissinger just secretly president of the world?
Well,
I'm starting to believe the Bilderberg conspiracy theories.
Is he still alive?
His worldview is still the one that is propagated globally.
Is he still? He's not alive, is he?
He's
you
still
mean?
alive.
Oh, yeah.
Is he?
And kicking.
Shit.
He's not even cryogenically frozen yet. But I think that will be happening in a couple of years, and they'll just open him up and just be like, what is going on North China?
And then there'll be like a debate on the media for like 2 days about, was he a great politician or was he a mass murderer?
No, they won't be that.
They would.
No, it'll just be like, the grand statesman has died. People are crying in the street. It'll be that.
He's built up like a lot of bad press around him.
Has he?
In recent years, yes.
In recent years. I
The
would
Simpsons
like John Oliver
characterizing him
for it.
as dropping glasses in the toilet. I haven't seen anything bad about him.
No, there is like he's one of the. He's let's just say he's like a semi-hated personality now, and all the ones that do support him just remain quiet because so when he dies, this will become an issue.
Man, it's a very strange thing thinking about the fact that every global leader has kissed the ring to Mr. Kissinger. And so
He wasn't
everybody's cool with him.
But everybody is cool with him. But I wanted to get back at your question. Why is Indonesia the way it is? But I think do you know how they achieved in killing so many people? Because even if you've got the go-ahead from the Western powers that you need to do this incredible purge of over 1 million people, how do you do it? And the way Indonesian military, so they had two people, there were two alliances, right? One was the nationalists, communists, they were all within one section. And then the other one was Islamists and the military. So the Islamists and the military decided, they had the backing of Western powers, and they decided to do this purge. But the way they did it was so incredibly fucked that Indonesia still suffers consequences from it. They literally
what
just
consequences?
Well, the way that their economy is like gangster capitalism. It's because they based
domestically, but not internationally.
No, not internationally.
They got a free pass from that.
Yeah, but like even that's why they behave so heavy-handedly with their island neighbors, because they're just so what they did was they literally recruited the thugs and gangsters, and they said, come to us, you'll get sanctioned by the state, we'll give you money for it, just all you have to do is just go kill a couple of commies.
Jeez, this is the movie The Warriors.
There was actually a movie about this as well. I can't remember what it was called.
But more Asian.
Not The Inconvenient Trip.
The bad thing that happened.
The Indo Warriors?
The Act of Killing. The Act of Killing was this documentary. It's a really, really good documentary.
Oh yeah, that is
It reenacts like the entire thing, and it shows these ex-gangsters how they killed.
I've heard about that, and they what do you call it?
Reenacted.
Yeah, that one.
But I think the scariest thing about it is the main guy looks like Franklin the Tortoise.
He does.
Who's that?
I don't know, but they just ask him, how did you do it?
Oh, no,
how do you forget killing? And then he just goes, a bit of dancing, bit of smoke.
Oh.
La, la, la. Is that not the scariest thing you've ever heard?
Well, at least he's got a sense of humor.
I don't know if he does. I don't think he's joking. I think he's just like, you want to know how I live with myself? This is how I do.
I drink and dance.
Cha-cha.
Jesus Christ. That is brutal.
But you spent a bit of time in Indonesia, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of the place?
Look, it is beautiful. Way too many billboards for Maggi noodles. And
No such thing. Come on.
Look, we were going to do this segment, what is your ideal world? That is your ideal world.
I want to move to Bali.
Cheap, fatty food.
Yeah.
Everyone, like the entire third world nation looks like your room.
Yep. Keep talking. Keep talking.
It's like everybody is even more laid back than you, to the point that you think, are you a person or a secondhand couch? Why are you so relaxed?
Dude.
Yeah.
I agree. Yes, you've done it for me. Yes.
The one thing that I noticed in Indonesia was the first time I found out, like coming back to your Maggi noodle question, they have an entire culinary area filled with Maggi noodle. They make millions of things.
You mean
with
like
those.
mee goreng and stuff, right?
Yeah, but mee goreng is technically not that. Because mee goreng is a different kind of noodles. They call it Maggi goreng. Yeah.
What? They actually
and not
cook
just
with
one
Maggi
dish,
noodles.
like hundreds of dishes.
Where did you go?
In Malaysia and Indonesia. This is the thing, like Malaysia and Indonesia, this is one of the quirks about them. People hate cooking at home. Most people don't cook at home. They have these little street vendors, or what they call mamaks, everywhere. And they're dirt cheap. Super cheap. So most people just eat over there. And these are the places where Maggi noodles is just as important as potatoes for them. They make so many dishes with that.
I thought Maggi noodles was like restricted to like the Central Coast.
No, they took it to the next, and they're delicious. I know Jordan's gonna hate them, but you'll love them.
Yeah, dude. Well,
You're gonna like them because I'm pretty sure the founding forefather of Indonesia was Huey. Just everything is butter.
I don't like
butter and noodles.
Really?
It's so fatty.
Wow.
Everything is.
Man, this is not even a joke. I had KFC there as a palate cleanser. It was just less fatty.
But did you even notice, even in KFC, often they will put cheese on your fries?
Yeah, no problems there.
No, but like that can't be your regular, you know?
I know.
Actually, I do remember now in Bali, I did go to a place for noodles, and it was like, I think they were actually butter noodles. I think you're right. It was like meat, butter, and noodles, and it was not terrible, not great.
Heaps
Review.
of fried noodles and
Yeah.
fried chicken.
And rice.
That's the
a lot of
staple.
rice. I mean, obviously Asia, a lot of rice.
Yeah.
But how long were you there for?
Months.
Modeling.
Yeah, I did shoots in. Well, yeah, like you go in and out of it because it was a cheap destination and there was a lot of tropical
Yeah.
settings and beaches.
Yeah.
So you'd be doing a lot of those shots of you with some chick that can't speak English at all, just being like, "Yeah, we're girlfriend and boyfriend." There was a lot of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, I really understand the appeal of a lot of expats living there. I think that it is like one. It is. Like,
Bali's amazing.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's, basically, I thought I was like Australia, gorge country, nothing better, nothing. And then I went to Bali and I was like, move over Australia, you know?
What is
Here it
Bali?
is,
Isn't
Australia too.
Yeah, seriously.
Isn't it
Take
just
the
like
next trip.
the beaches are shittier, but the rules are less strict? It's Vegas of Australia, right? Why is Bali so good? I've heard mixed reviews. Like Mislav
Man,
says
I
it's
can
amazing.
sum it up for you in two
People
words.
say it's trash.
It's cheap. That's why
No, it
Australia.
depends where you go. There's a place called Canggu, I think. Canggu, that's like not super touristy, nice beaches. It's basically Bondi, but it's actually tropical and the people are nicer and it's really cheap and there's really beautiful beaches. But then if you just go to like
I know, but everyone just like all of these Spanish tourists and stuff being like, I can't afford the $100 a week.
Yeah, I know.
It's
You're
still
talking about
really
Seminyak, which is like dudes in bintang shirts just being like chug, chug, chug. That's not that beautiful. No.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, why is that so appealing? You can do that.
Yeah, but all of
anywhere.
Bali isn't.
Okay, all of Bali.
Isn't
Yeah, but it's
Seminyak.
slightly more socially acceptable to wear a bintang singlet there than it is in the western suburbs.
But that's only a
And that's
tiny
how they-
part of Bali. You know what I mean? Seminyak.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you go out of that north, anywhere.
South.
Well, you can't go any further south. Your feet will be wet, right? But you go any other direction.
You're going to pedalboard. Yeah.
You go any other direction, and it's like really beautiful, man. It's really, really beautiful.
Well,
I don't know. I thought it was going to be crap because I'd heard everyone being like, "Yeah, it's touristy," but you
And
just
that,
go a little
man,
bit
that
further
really
out.
does sum up Indonesia in a nutshell. Psycho gangster government, but the beaches are so nice.
But also, Bali is kind of Bali makes so much money through tourism that like the government's just like, yeah, we're not even gonna. We'll tax people and like, yeah, Westerners can't buy land, but like we'll just let them do their thing, which is basically just like, yeah, sushi
Man.
and beer.
is it also
Could you imagine if
tax-free?
Westerners were allowed to buy land?
Actually, like in terms, is booze and cigarettes really cheap over there?
Yeah, it's cheaper. I don't know if it's tax free, but it's cheaper.
Because like I remember when I was living in Malaysia, there was this one island which became the tourist hotspot, Langkawi, where they just didn't tax booze or cigarettes. So they were like,
What are we doing here?
Feels
We should
like
be live streaming from
1930.
there.
I'm telling you, this is the grand plan.
That's awesome. That's
yeah, but I don't
I'm sick
know.
of having this normal Western standard of living.
Yeah, I'm sick.
Like a goddamn king.
Yeah, I'm sick
Yeah,
of
where
those,
a pack of
those
smokes
houses.
costs
What are they called?
$100.
The houses that are, you know, all the houses around here. What are they called again? Townhouses. That's not it.
Terraces.
Bingo.
Yes.
Sick
Why
of
are we
them.
living in palaces where I can move you around him and then go like, look, Miss Love, this is the difference between a chimp and this is the difference between a monkey.
Exactly.
I'll have all the pets.
And then you can, like-
entire zoo.
and then
Yeah,
you can-
wasn't
I'll
it-
have Michael Jackson's Fun World
And
on
then-
a fraction of the
and
price.
then I buy
Cost me like $80.
and then I buy a tax-free margarita and go have a sip and go, dude, I don't care
What?
about the difference between the two.
Oh, right, of course.
Like that is the right spot.
We will be having this conversation in style.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this goddamn Rubik's Cube.
Ooh, toy.
What's happening to your plan of eventually moving to Bali and getting a mansion? I think
What are you
you've
talking
reached.
about?
That's my plan.
That's what he's talking about.
But are you going to do it? Because I think you can afford a mansion now.
But the thing is,
But
you
that's the
can't-
whole thing.
You can't
On
buy
the
there.
dole,
Westerners
I could have
can't buy
afforded
there.
No, but you can
mansion.
rent it or
You can
whatever.
only rent.
Yeah, what was the rent there?
It's-
just a little insider tip. Thank you for listening to us, and this is
cheap.
how you get rewarded for it. What was it? It was something like $200 a month for a villa.
Yeah, I don't know,
$200
I don't know
a
if it,
month?
No, but someone's going to have this in the comments.
I don't think-
my nan lives
Yeah, I don't- I
there,
don't
and she's paying $250.
Yeah, I don't think.
Maybe a
exactly,
week.
exactly.
Maybe a week.
No, yeah, it's not 200 a month. But it's dude, it's cheap. Like it's like much cheaper, and it like crappy, crappy like share house in Sydney, or like for cheaper, a palace with a pool, like an indoor pool, palm trees, right on the coast. It is,
No. And everyone in the inner city is always paying out bogans for liking Bali so much in these crappy little townhouses.
Yeah, I mean,
Just be like, I'll have my little Harry Potter cupboard for the same price, thank you. Yeah,
haven't
Mad, you sure showed those tradies.
is that yeah?
Having said that, I'm one of you, so welcome aboard.
But it is pretty crazy, like how that is becoming more and more of a reality. I was actually reading this in the news, ABC, that after like all of these coronavirus restrictions easing off, a lot of people are actually realizing that they kind of don't need to go to work that often. So they can actually buy a house or a farm somewhere in the outskirts of the city instead of living inside.
Oh, really?
And now they've got a flavor for isolation. And it's good.
Yeah.
You've got a flavor.
That's true.
Like most people, I think, thought that they needed a job so that they could afford the booze to tolerate their workmates.
Yeah,
Sad but
that's
true.
actually-
Shout out Metallica.
But yeah, here's the whole thing. Just be a hermit. On a fraction of the price,
Yeah.
you'll be a lot happier. Because you know what's so much better than, did you see Lego Masters? Oh my God, that palace that they built looked kind of like the Taj Mahal. Not exactly the same though, because it was made out of Lego. Instead of that, how much better is the sound of like, whoop, whoop, whoop?
Yeah, I'm not sold.
You like it more? Yeah,
Hamish
you
has
would like
good
that more.
style.
Go on. Yeah.
But it's also becoming
And how big was it?
Not that
Not as
big.
big.
it's also becoming more viable now. Like back in the day, you could not do it. Now there's, I think, like
What?
estimates there's about 25 to 30% of
Work from home.
workforce, like even before coronavirus,
Yeah.
that can technically, they don't have to be anywhere for work. They just need to be online. So
I saw this great. You just reminded me. I saw this great meme. it's like the Joker, you know, whatever his name is, the last one, and he's like putting on
Heath
his
Ledger.
no.
Joaquin
that guy Phoenix, yeah, and he's putting on like a jacket with like, I don't know if it's from the movie. He's got like all these medals. Anyway, he's like putting this big jacket on, looking in the mirror. It says, "Me getting ready for my day job when a 13-year-old YouTuber just made 8.5 million last year." It's like, that shit hit home because I'm like, the spectrum is changing,
exactly.
the industry is changing, and it's like,
That's your problem for not being economically viable in the 21st century, which is reviewing Wahoo Ball.
how is that not economically viable? You start that YouTube channel and you will get millions of subscribers.
it's just so like, once again, sad but true. Like the amount of people that are just like, I've thought really hard about thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Maybe another 10 years of working in a call center, and I'll have the balls to muster up, starting one video that starts with me going, "Hey guys." It's pretty much me.
All right, well,
No, you're really underselling the life of a YouTuber because it has to start with, "Hey guys, so sorry about the lack of uploads recently. I've been really busy at
That's
the moment.
the
My
one.
cat needed to go to the vet."
That's the one. I've been really busy at the moment, moving.
Yeah, sorry about that.
rooms. Yeah.
But thank you so much for watching, and
Yeah.
thank you so much for watching as well. It really makes so much sense.
The
It's more
future's-
jump cuts.
The future's going to be bizarre.
totally forgot we were supposed to be doing, because we're over the normal podcast length. We were supposed to be doing, are
No,
you all
you've
right?
had enough. You've had enough. What?
Yeah.
Are you all right? The segment where we talk, it's not even a segment, it's where we give advice.
Oh yeah.
Well, so one of
Also,
the,
people are demanding advice.
well, no one's demanding it, but I got one of them, so I may as well just bring it out. Thoughts on
You've come
porn
to the right
addiction?
Huh?
Thoughts on porn addiction?
This episode. What do you mean? What is that?
Like, what do you think
What's on-
about, like, I feel like most people are
Stupid
addicted
question.
to porn.
I don't know. Like, thoughts on it? It's a thing.
Hey, don't mind, all right? He's just being cranky today, Alex.
Actually, define that porn addiction. Are you saying once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day? I mean,
I think-
people are working from home.
Well, technically anything, yeah, true. Technically, addiction is something that, like, you feel the need to do.
All right.
You can't do
Here's
without,
how you
right?
have a porn addiction. If you go back to work after COVID and you pretend to have a shit, but you go and look at brazzers.
Dude, that's a
That's
bit
a porn
much.
addiction.
That's a
At
very
work.
advanced level of
Is
addiction.
Is it that advanced? I'm sure that's like 10% of
you
year
saying-
12 boys. I swear
Well-
that's what they used to do. Like, Miss, I've got the runs.
Did
you do that?
Huh? I didn't have a smartphone.
That's right. We didn't have. I'm just pretending that our lives weren't what they were.
No,
for
but
a
like
second.
And I wasn't one of those rich kids who could afford to contact Jamster and then, like, message them via fax for that one poorly screened image of an arse.
Jamster.
only really seedy kids did
Crazy
that.
frog. What?
Yeah, ring,
He
ring,
was
ding,
crazy.
Ding, ding, ding.
Really seedy kids would do that.
What?
Jerk off during recess or something.
Yeah.
2 kids in my year did it.
Yeah, you're from
As
Newcastle.
a joke, right?
Wait, you're from Newcastle. That's like a requirement.
Yeah. They were the Duxes of the year.
But what are they doing now?
Yeah, Miko got one in 5 minutes. Good on
Wait,
you.
I
his
want
dad built that
I want to
train
know
line.
the answer to this question. What are those guys doing now? The ones that jerked off during recess?
They
One
play
works
for
in
nights.
one works in IT, one lives in Melbourne as a bartender. No names.
The one in
I want
the one in
names.
bartender, I'm kind of surprised
Wait, come
by.
on, let's
But
get this
IT,
going.
I mean,
Give
that's
me
Bar
names.
manager, I should say.
me names. Release the emails.
Yeah, the bar manager is probably like, I bet his sexual relationships are just jerking off to at this point.
Who?
If you're a bar manager, you do get laid a lot more than a regular person, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Not a lot. I'd say a bit more because dating apps exist now, right?
Yeah, but still.
In the before time.
In the
The
before
before
time,
time.
I'd say now probably not that crazy. Not that much more.
Because wasn't it like one of your friends who I won't name, who quote said, if you have sex too much, eventually every time you have sex with someone becomes a jerk off session.
Now I can't remember who that was.
I
What does
can't.
that mean though? A jerk? Isn't that like you come?
No, it just means that you have zero feelings.
Wait, can you not say that? Are we? Do the lights? Are we banned? Banned.
Yeah, banned.
Can you guys stop trying to get us banned? Is that why you're tuning in?
this episode
is
hasn't
this what it is? All an elaborate prank?
If
is
this
it?
episode
well,
hasn't-
you've played us.
Yeah, if this episode hasn't got us banned and our editors quit, I will be amazed. But anyway, what?
No, I was just because.
What if that question was from Matt?
It ain't.
He just
Guarantee you
wants a
it's not.
redundancy.
No,
Does anyone else have any advice? Otherwise, we're turning this shit off.
Any not bad question?
everyone's just like talking about my Tinder. And the thing is,
Yes.
it's actually ridiculous how I am not gaming on Tinder or anything. This reputation has built.
Trannies.
Got it. Damn.
More trannies, less no trannies.
Yeah.
Your
Oh, can't say
about
that
me
either?
on Tinder should just say anything goes.
Oh, we're cut
That's
anyway,
it.
dude. We're shut down anyway.
We're gone. Bye.
No.
See you,
no,
Dave.
we're not
No,
off
we're
yet. We're
still-
just gonna get cancelled.
Matt's actually asked about the Eden Monroe Monaro election.
No, Matt.
I love how that's the. You wanna? Okay,
Do we
let's-
have to answer
Who asked that? Matt,
Matt.
the editor.
Because you know what?
He hasn't quit yet.
No.
Ali was just telling me why people are asking about Eden Monaro. They're essentially asking, who do I vote for?
Who the hell's that?
Huh?
Who's that?
Aiden Monaro is an electorate. It's near Canberra, like Queanbeyan sort of area.
I don't know where Quimby.
Anyways, there was a guy who was
It's
the
probably where you
MP,
saw the ghost.
Dang, maybe he was running for parliament.
That's who you should vote for.
But you know why the
Attacks
MP
on
19th
resigned?
century widow
We're
ghost.
gonna cut leather tanning.
Would
Yeah.
you do it though? Would you vote for a ghost if it was on the ballot?
Dude, that is such an Australian thing to do. Just
Why?
vote for a joke.
How about
No, I
this?
don't even know if it's a joke. It is a ghost. It is sentient.
Wait, is it a monkey or not?
No. I can definitively say it's not a monkey / hominid / chimp. It is just one of those guys that's just dressed in 19th century and the question. You know when parliamentarians, you couldn't really tell the difference between them and like 20s bodybuilders? Like it was really hard because they both had those like long sturdy moustaches and they didn't look like dudes that worked in IT.
And bodybuilders back then were like, "Oh, he can lift 10 kilos on each hand." You know, Sean Connery was a bodybuilder, and you see photos, and I was like, "Yeah, he's kind of buff. He's just like
Well, that was-
helped build a
And instead of being tanned, he was just sunburned.
yeah, just like it's like he looks like he just helped build a porch. But back then it was just like the world's,
But that was also pre-steroid era.
My diet
That's
is
true.
2 peacocks a day.
It eventually
and of course every morning steak and eggs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
but eventually bodybuilding just became a joke. Like it was, you pump yourself up with steroids and
Should we get
That's
one more
great.
in to
Eden Monaro, do you want to?
Yeah, go on. That
But
guy.
I want to know about the ghost. All right.
Oh no, go on.
So what's his dealio?
Yeah, so I would not vote for a ghost. Ideally,
But it have hundreds of years of wisdom and experience.
His policies-
Granted, it probably couldn't lift a pen.
Dude,
But it could talk.
Their policies would be too transparent.
Okay, all right, yeah. Very good. Very good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
finally, first joke of the pod.
Damn, transparent.
No,
I
dude, this
didn't see it
this
coming.
whole pod's been a joke.
Coming out with
You're
the
a member of
bangers.
this one, dude.
I know, but I'm
really sucking it.
still admitting it. I'm still admitting it.
It's honest.
Go and listen to that chick who reviews, reviews kids' toys. Don't waste your time here. Ooh, this one's pink. What about this? Shit on John Barilaro. That guy.
I will, but not now. But
Oh.
as a little teaser.
He's putting out a video.
Oh, okay.
Miss Love, it's okay. Sorry, your question.
Probably
of-
shouldn't
I'm
have
holding
said
the book.
any
You
of
can't
that.
take the book from me.
It
You can't
is
take it.
technically your book.
That's right. All right, fine. We don't want to spoiler alert it. Well, let me guess. The video is he's fat. Is that the main vibe?
Yeah, and he has DSLs.
Yeah.
Oh, now I've given away all of this.
Do we have? How long have we got?
And
Any
also,
more
stop
questions?
sounding like a side character.
Well,
That
we're pretty
is-
much over time. We can stop whenever we want.
No.
Well, I guess
Any more
that's the end of it. Yeah, all right. If
more?
there's any more questions, you have to give
Brand?
us an entertaining question. otherwise we'll leave.
Someone did ask tips for starting a podcast, and I'm just wondering why they asked you three.
Yeah. Why the hell are you asking? You want to? You can field that
The
one.
answer, yeah, look, measure your cocks.
What are
That's
your
what it is.
enough? What are your present day?
Oh,
What the
man.
hell?
And mom.
What is he swearing at us?
Someone's asking us our opinion on slavery. What is anti or pro?
Yeah, you an abolitionist or an anti-abolitionist?
I must say.
This is why we need a ghost in Parliament. I, for one, believe in abolitionism. That'd be great.
He's pro-Islamic.
Yeah, true.
True.
He's got your number.
Wait.
Anything else?
The question is, are you pro-slavery?
No.
Because you are a Slav.
I'm pro
So you-
freedom and expensive rent because that means freedom. We got anything else?
True. Nothing. We're gonna. Should we wrap
I
it up?
guess that's the end of
We've
that.
had
Well,
some
that
laughs. We've had some times. We probably won't be here next week.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for joining in. Be sure to give us money on Twitch somehow. I'm not sure how that works. But
Free
if
to
you-
bet.
Free to bet. And don't give Tibet money. Give us the money. All right. We'll see.
Dude, at
you.
least say free West Papua. Like,
Yeah.
Free to
Jeez,
bet. I
like we
stand
did-
by it.
at
No.
least we did
You're a
one thing.
hipster. You're a hipster.
Yeah, where's the priorities?
all right.
Old
Anyways,
school.
thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye.